generators can become frustrated, and for me, how it manifests, if I hold back and hold back and hold back, it comes out in a burst of energy. And that's exactly what it did. I just said, hello, I'm done with this. We are not going through with this tapping session.
Our first time.
Yeah.
This is all in our
yeah. And I'm just going to wait till our mentor shows up, because I don't think this is going to get fixed between you and I. And intuitively, I knew I still needed to be present, be loving and kind, and still share my voice. Because in where I met Kathy at, I was still learning how to speak. I was still learning how to use, my defined throat. And I had been conditioned to not have a defined throat. I sat in silence for a very long time, and it was terrifying for me to even tell Kathy, like, I'm done with this. I can't do this. And so, like, that's my remembrance, mostly of it. And it ended up being extremely beautiful, though. And so I will pass the magic mic to you, Kath.
Yeah, so that first time when we met, I was trying to find a balance between, okay, I know what we need to get done here. And but there was this thing where I felt I was trying to draw you out, and in what I felt, I guess I was doing was shutting you down. And this was in the beginning, and we learned so much because this was a couple of years ago, and it was really beautiful once we all of a sudden both said, wait a minute, look at this. And I looked at our connection chart, and I saw that we have 4 compromise channels in our connection. I have 3 I only have 3 channels, and the 3 channels I have all compromise a gate for Nancy. So just energetically, I already make her uncomfortable, me not doing anything. So understanding that just the energy of my design can make you feel compromise is the best word. That was huge. And then the 1 channel to your throat, I don't have anything in that area. So that felt a certain way to me, and that's that she has the genius to freak channel, right? I have so many genius to freaks in my life. The 2343 is known as the genius to freak because it's either wonderful words of genius wisdom, right? Which Nancy often has, or it's like, where is this freak coming from, right? So we were able to look at our relationship through the chart and say, ooh, look, this stuff isn't personal. And let's really look at how to look at the energy in a way that honors who the other person is and doesn't create a story in our mind about what this person is doing to us. And we were able to start doing that in that first meeting. We decided not to tap that meeting. We started having this kind of conversation when Nancy said, I'm not comfortable here. And I was like, wow, I had no idea. And then that's when I looked at the chart and I was like, well, of course she's not comfortable. All my energy compromises hers. Mm-hmm. So and then that was just a really cool thing to look at and to understand. And what is beautiful too is we have 1 electromagnetic channel, and it is my 13 connects to her gate 33, and that channel is from the G center, the identity center, to the throat, and it's known as the channel of the prodigal in traditional human design. And I'm blanking right now on the name of it in quantum human design, but it's all about storytelling and narrative. And it was really something wonderful because once we changed the narrative that we were telling about each other and ourselves in that situation, everything changed. And it's been such a gift to have Nancy in my life because it so easily, both of us could have just as easily called up, or emailed Betsy and said, whoa, that was horrible. And it's not going to work. But we actually use the tool of human design to understand what we were feeling and process it in a way that really was quite incredible.